#1 live show in the world, West Coast Poplock Podcast. Coming to you from Pig Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores, comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C, and Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop lock.
Yo, what's up? It's that time again. It's the West Coast Poplock Podcast coming to you live.
What?
On a
Monday today. Whatever day I fucking want to.
On a Monday.
He turned that up really quick.
I'm just saying.
And when you asked him,
Fired
you're
up.
like, hey, get loud. He was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling loud, and then I was.
You just turned it
was-
on.
That's right. I'm ready to go. It's Monday.
Did you already take a sip of the Feed Me Mezcal?
No, I didn't.
I thought you already got that lit up from that, bro.
This time we gotta. It's already to where we have to save it for special occasions. Already, we already went through
No,
it.
we're pretty low on it.
We have to wait for guests. But yes, Fear Mezcal, Fear Me Mezcal, our sweet
Feed Me
sponsor.
Homes.
Orale.
Make sure to give them a follow at Feed Me Mezcal on Instagram, and also check them out. And get yourself a bottle, man. Like I said, we are, like Johnny just said right now, we're almost done. So
We're
we
going
have to
through it.
Yeah.
That was only one episode, right?
No, it's two.
That's
Two episodes?
One and
Okay.
a half. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it could have been one
Yeah, that's right.
with Jimmy C. It could have been one.
We're for sure like already rationing it. Get some more.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
delicioso.
It is.
You guys
very
hear me
good.
dropping Spanish right there?
I know.
Yeah, man.
I heard you say orale.
Orale. Orale electrolytes. That's what
That's our second sponsor without being a sponsor.
Sueto X. What's up, Sueto X? Throw that sponsorship this way,
That would be crazy. Sweater heckies, bro.
bro.
So Monday, dude, and it's fucking been like pretty slow. I was on the freeway coming here. No traffic whatsoever. I remember
Yeah.
when I'm an older cat, so I remember when the freeways and when I would come home, that's how it would be all the time.
Sure.
I mean,
you
it's
know.
still like that now. I think there's just
Yeah,
good days.
2 in the morning.
Good days. Maybe there's like good 3 hours out of the day.
I don't know,
total.
man. I'll come home from the Torrance area, and I mean that 110 gets all jacked up coming from the South
the
Bay.
worst, man.
And fuck, exactly. And there'll be a handful of random days where like, oh shit, I got home in like 20 minutes. How the fuck did that happen?
Or like Artesia going to the 110 right there.
I think it just depends, like that time, because sometimes even like during lunch, it just gets fucked.
Yeah.
Or
Plus
a
today was
Thursday.
a holiday too.
No, that's why. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like,
yeah.
because of the holiday, it just totally was.
Yeah.
Or when kids are out of school, it just gets a little bit lighter.
I had to drive from North Hollywood to LAX today.
Ew.
Oh yeah, for someone who calls me their friend. You know what I mean? Like if you're my friend, you not ask me to drive you to LAX from fucking North Hollywood. You know, flying to Burbank like a fucking adult. But luckily, it was like it only took like 40 minutes because last night I completely forgot there was a holiday today. And last night I was like, oh, this is gonna be an hour and a half. You know, I mean, this is gonna take fucking forever to get down there. But then it wasn't that bad.
I seen this interview.
It was only completely terrible. It was,
I seen this interview with Ice-T, and he said, "Never make other people's problems your problem.
sure.
When a friend asks you for a ride, now that became your problem.
Right.
So
right.
now he's late. That's on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
say no.
Yeah.
Did you watch that whole entire interview?
No, that was just what I took.
Okay, I was like, I posted that shit.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I wanted to see the whole fucking thing. It was a thing that came up. I was like,
hilarious.
No,
fuck.
because I do follow Big Boy, and it
It was on that shit.
Is it a
But I
new?
seen it
Is it a
as
new
well.
interview?
I don't know if it was a new interview or not. Mario?
I don't know. I just saw that one clip. I was like, oh shit.
Because I seen it a couple times. I did see it on
Guys
yours.
are fucking ridiculous.
But
Johnny's gonna research.
well,
right now.
regardless
I'm
if
gonna
it's a
look
newer
right now.
interview or not, I mean, it just
with
goes to
Big Boy?
show. Yeah, it goes to show like, hey, you know, you make that problem yours, then it becomes your problem.
Yeah, man.
But like you got, you know, I don't say you got, you know, the wool pull over your eyes, but they were like, hey, I'm coming in. Didn't tell you specifically how long.
No. I let some problems become my problems for sure.
Yeah.
I let that water in my boat. Stupid, man.
But you also got the opportunity to revisit spots and show somebody new stuff because they never had it in now.
I did. This is what I mean. That is my friend Ira from Minneapolis. It is hilarious that when he got here, I was like, so there anything you want to hit? Like, is there like places you want to go? Do you want to? Because he does stand. I was like, is there any other? You know, do you want to do the Comedy Store? Like, what do you want to do? And he goes, I want to eat In-N-Out, Jack in the Box, and Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And I was like, well, you can do that, man. Done. And then I ended up showing him Fat Burger, which he was like, how come no one talks about Fat Burger? And I was like, exactly.
Because it's expensive.
Because it's expensive. It is. But that was his.
But it is good as fuck.
Out of everything that we ate, he was like, yo, Fat Burger's the shit. And I was like, yeah.
Did he get the egg or no egg?
No, he got onion rings inside the burger. He did not get egg in there, though.
I'm just telling you, Fat Burger is so good, dude. But the price point is so.
It's $20. I mean, it's $20. Like to eat at Fat Burger is 20. But
no, more than $20.
I mean, what I get is 20.
Well, because I do the bacon, the onion ring, the egg, the cheese. So, hey, just like
Johnny sticks to basic. Like, what's extra?
Well,
I don't want
a bunch of shit automatically comes. I'm telling her to take shit off in there. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Well, just like Five Guys too. Five Guys is pretty good.
Yeah.
Their Cajun fries are the shit. But you go there, you start adding other shit, and it's like a $30 burger.
Right.
You're like, what the fuck?
French fries are $8.
And then that's what makes
Gnarly.
In-N-Out so good, because they're already like priced at a point
Right.
where Double 7 something with fries and
All
drink.
that stuff, you're $11 out of the door. Like a full meal in and out, large size, all that stuff. You're $11 out the door.
I want to try that new onion wrap.
What's an onion?
Oh, yeah, I just saw that.
It's like onion, and then the burger. Is
In and out?
Yeah.
Not like regular like round.
No, the
onion.
circle onions.
Yeah.
But they grill it a little bit, so you get that.
Yeah.
So it's called onion wrap.
Huh. In and out, you know, In and Out's like Taco Bell. They just figure out new ways to do. It's like the same shit. You know what I mean?
But I think it's people though, right? I think it's people that are going like, hey, can you do it with onions? And then someone just fucking posted, and that's it.
They're like, all right, we do
they
that.
did the tomato one for a minute.
Oh, really? I never saw that
They
either.
did the tomato wrap too.
Well, they just want to figure out different shit to do besides bread. What else can we
Yeah.
wrap this shit in? You know?
The only other ingredients that it has.
Even though the bread, I mean, I get why you don't want it, but the bun in In-N-Out is delicious.
Oh, it is because they toast it just right.
Yeah. And then so we went to In-N-Out, we go out and play, and then I showed him just today before he left, asada fries. He had no idea that existed. He was very excited. He was like, what do you, I go, have you ever had, we were eating Mexican food. He's like, oh, I like all this, it's delicious. And I was like, what could you, and I was like, have you ever had, because he was talking about, he's like, I should have got nachos. He was like, I should have got nachos. And I go, yeah. I go, nachos? Nacho. I go, oh, shit, nacho. Have you ever had asada fries? And he goes, what's asada fries? I go, it's basically nachos, but with French fries. You know, I was like, it's way better. I go, it's nachos covered in meat. And he was like, I want that. He went and ordered that. He had already ordered his food. Then he ordered asada fries on top of the meal that he already got. And I told him, I was like, next time you got to get a Cali burrito. And he asked the dude if they had that. He was going to order that too, but they didn't make those. He was like, we don't have that. Which, it's all the ingredients. I don't understand. They must not have the button on the cash register because between asada fries and all this stuff, like, it's all the ingredients.
All you do is put asada fries in a tortilla.
Based less stuff. Like, it's less. Yeah. It's, it's like, so, yeah. But
the guy just didn't want to do it.
Right. He automatically, he didn't want to make you should have seen the look on this dude's face when he was like, do you have asada fries? He was like, yeah, you know, I could make asada fries because it wasn't on the menu. You know what I mean? Because he was like, why would it be a problem? I go, because the French fries, man. They're not making French fries all the time, you know. And he was like, oh, yeah.
Hey, can you wrap half of those asada fries in the tortilla?
Yeah.
And then serve the other half on the side?
Yeah, give me that. I want all that. Yeah.
When I worked at K-Rock, I had a lot of kids coming back from back east and stuff, and they would always be like, yo, can we go see Watts Towers? Can we go to Compton? Can we go to Long Beach where Snoop Dogg's from? I go, no. They don't want to be there, bro.
I gave this fool a ride. I had to come down and do some work stuff, and he rode with me to like South LA. And all he asked me, he goes, how far away are we from Craig's house? I was like, from Friday. I'm sure we can find Craig's house. We're not, because we were like in the 50s. Like 50s in Florence, and I was like,
well, there's a new thing now. You can go to it, and it has, you can sit on the porch and put all the faces.
Oh, really? Did someone buy it and like turn it into like? Oh,
and then
good
you can
for
see
them.
the house across the street, which is Mrs. Parker.
Yeah.
And then you can go there and it has a little cutout and shit.
Flat with clothes everywhere.
Yeah,
So good for them for fucking, you know.
So you can pay for that experience. I don't know how much it costs exactly, but you can do that.
Farmers, I don't know where Farmer Boy is.
By the way,
Farmer Boy's everywhere.
Oscar Online says that Farmer Boys is good, too expensive.
I think it is.
I don't think it is. I feel that it's better quality food. It's not like a regular.
It is good quality.
It's quality. It's almost like a sit-down restaurant, fast burger fucking spot. Like,
Dude, their Cobb salad is the shit. But you have to get it there.
Yeah.
Because the quantity is
yeah, dude. Yeah,
huge.
Totally. They told when you ask for it to go, that shit fucking comes out way smaller than their giant bowls that they offer there.
Yeah, so they're huge when you
Extra
get it.
head
And,
of
and that
lettuce.
salad, you know what? Damn, thanks for reminding me that. There's one right on my pad. Cobb salad's good. The only thing that's not is good.
Oh, I've never eaten there, but I see.
The only thing that's not good, in my opinion, are the zucchini stick. They're too big. You know what I'm saying? You bite them and it's all juicy as fuck. No, it's just getting no. There has to be the right amount of ratio.
Sure.
Zucchini
Crunch.
to crust. You know.
And thank you, Oscar. I'm fucking pretty fired up about my jacket.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out the jacket, you can go to at WestCoastPoplockPodcast.com. Podcast on Instagram, and there's a post there. And check out Johnny's new
I'm gonna look at
jacket.
it right now.
Pretty
Just
sick,
'cause.
man. It's that old school style stitching from the.
Some like biker style chain stitch.
Yeah,
You know?
looks
Hell
sick.
yeah.
Did you draw that up yourself, or did you
Fuck
have?
no! I sent him a picture of like basically that almost exact thing, but I only wanted the peacock. I didn't want the skull. It had skulls and roses, but I didn't necessarily want that. But he threw them in there anyways, and I was like, "That's pretty." Sweet.
Yeah, it made it. It
I'll
made
take
it
it.
nice.
It looks badass.
Hell yeah, dude.
Stay chill, Bill on Instagram.
Oscar, you should get us some West Coast ones. I'm gonna say, you never got the bus.
I know what the fuck, Oscar.
We
Where's
never
our
got the
bus?
bus. At least a nice
Still
jacket.
waiting.
Did you guys do anything this weekend? Anything exciting?
No, bro.
When did the movies? Wait, no, that was during the week.
Did you go to the movies? What'd you
Yeah,
see?
I've been going a lot, man. I seen almost everything. I
Did
saw
you
The
see
Flash.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed it.
I thought if you for all the people that are complaining about the Flash, it wasn't a perfect movie, but if you left that complaining, you're like a downer. Like 'cause there was so much to like celebrate in that movie. There was so
It was
much,
fun. I
There was
liked it.
so much fun stuff in there, and it's like if you really want to concentrate on like the shit part, like
Hey, let me ask you something. I'm not a big DC, Marvel, whatever the
Me
fuck
either.
kind of guy. But is there ever a movie where everyone's happy with? Never. I always
everywhere,
complain.
anything, everywhere, all at once. Everybody's pretty happy about that movie. But
Yeah.
no, for the most part, no. Especially not superhero movies, because there's always gonna be somebody
Bitches.
right and who's like, that's not how it happened in the fucking comic books, or that's not that like love.
But aren't there like different strands of the comic
Sure,
book?
of course, that's the whole point. Exactly. That all of this stuff. Yes.
There's multiple universes, correct?
Like there's been a bunch of Thors and Captain Americas. Like there hasn't been
Yeah.
just Batmans. There's been all throughout. There's been a bunch.
Even in the comic, because there's been different artists that draw them differently.
right, and like have different origin stories and different like all different people have done it or different timelines or blah blah blah. That's
And then hasn't even with Spider-Man, there's been where the web comes directly out of him, or he created the web.
No. So until the movies, Spider-Man, Peter Parker is a scientific genius. So Peter Parker built his web shooters because he's a fucking scientist and a genius. And then when the movies came out, the shooters came directly out of his wrists. And there was a giant protest, no organic web shooters, because they felt it was taken away from him being so smart. Like this was genius. Like he fucking invented he invented this shit. And for it to just come out of his hands, so he just got bit and got handed everything. He doesn't have to. He's not involved anymore. Now it's just he got bit and he's fucking has superhero.
Well, the Black Widow used to do it.
Yeah. The who?
I was in the cartoon.
Oh.
So Black Widow guy, and he would, he'd
Spawn.
battle them.
Spawn? Not Spawn. What's that guy's name? Venom.
Venom.
No. It was another.
He's a symbiote. Did you know that?
Yes.
Here we go.
I used to watch all the cartoons.
I did not.
But then
I
that's
very-
another thing too. The cartoons are all different. Everything's
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
yeah.
See,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Everyone who grew up in the 90s, they all love the cartoons. The Batman, the animated series, the whole storyline with that, the everything in that time frame, everything was fucking great. And a lot of people kind of want to go back to that. They're actually bringing back one of those X-Men series, X-Men 97, which was a very popular
X-Men
cartoon.
97 is a good one.
Yeah, so they're bringing the continuation of that back to life. So, I mean, there's...
Yeah, even X-Men have come back and forth and rebooted.
Different-
and
different things.
It's such a bummer. I mean, it's not. I mean, it is what it is. It's with all franchise movies. I hate that it's always the end of the world. And now it's not even the end of the world. Now it's the end of the fucking universe. Like now it's like everything is collapsing. Every movie is the end of the world, the end of the universe. And you want to complain about the comic books. So many comic books are about like nothing. We're just chilling. Like it's not like it's like, oh, what happened today? Like, oh, nothing. You know, like there's not. It's
Weren't
not
the original
always.
comic books about like World War II and shit like that though?
So,
Or
oh
World
yeah,
War-
I mean, there's a lot of propaganda in the world.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Isn't that
for
how
sure.
it started?
I
Comic
don't know
books.
how they first started. I know that's when they started getting.
Like Superman against like the Nazis.
Because it wasn't her superheroes at first. It was like a lot of like horror comic books and sex comic books and all that stuff. And then the government came and was like, "Yo, you can't have none of this." And then that's when like superheroes came when they put the ixnay on all the, like the adult theme stuff. And then they started. What is that? Oh, I thought we were
I just superheroes.
scoring points.
Yeah,
Oh,
for superheroes.
I thought you got points.
Yeah.
And then you went to anime and they got all the sex.
Yeah. Which I don't. It's not my jam.
Yeah, not mine either. I'm not an anime guy.
But none of it. Like I don't like. It's nothing about but like a cartoon or like. I mean, I guess like a what is it called when the computer makes a cartoon? Digital animation. Like none of that's like none of that. None of that. None. I don't even like porn though. Like professional porn. I don't like.
Yeah.
I like real people. I like real people, preferably ugly. Yeah, because
Like true to life.
like
That's-
just like right and just doing
Like fucking ugly.
like
gross things
like
to each other. Where
nasty
it's like,
shit.
God damn, because you know, like they fucking love this shit. It's way it's way more
It's
about
real.
that, right?
You want to believe the story.
Right. It's way more about to me where they were like, yo, we gotta film this shit. Like we're fucking disgusted. I want to watch this shit later.
You want a performance. Like,
No, that's the opposite of what I want. I want, see, like when sports, like in the 60s, 70s, even the 80s, when sports was on TV, it was like, we're gonna have this game. They're like, all right, well, let's set up some cameras and try to like film this game. As opposed to now, the whole thing is set around the TV. It's a TV show about football. It's a TV show about baseball. It's not like they're not just filming the thing. The TV show is the thing. It's like the same thing in porn. Like I just want them to happen to be filming. Like I don't want it to be for the camera. I just want there to be a camera there to capture it. You know, it's completely different.
Yeah, sports has taken that route because before it was just like you said, the game. Now there has to be storylines and backstories.
And they make time. They take timeouts for TV.
Yeah.
Like oh, TV timeout. It's like no.
You know what?
commercial time.
Right. The TV show should move around the game, not the other way around. Like the game moves around TV, and that's
You know what's the worst?
unacceptable.
I used to have the Zone, and that's a paid, so I can watch boxing.
Yeah.
So they have once a week,
Yeah.
every 2 weeks.
DAZN or whatever it's called.
DAZONA, whatever the fuck. $200 a year. Okay, so you get all these boxing matches from around the everywhere. Blah, blah, blah. And at first, it was just the match. You got the corner guy talking, "What the fuck? Wake up!" Whatever, Then all of a sudden, they started slipping in little commercials, and then motherfucker, I didn't just pay $200 for the year to fucking watch commercials,
Right.
dude. So I fucking ixnayed it, man.
Now that's like regular, like where you're paying for it and then they still show you commercials.
Yeah.
Like that, the way that they've slowly been slipping this in is completely unacceptable. Netflix is about to have commercials too. Like it's,
Oh
Fuck
shit.
you.
yeah, Netflix is going to have commercials. Like all of this,
And then you're gonna have to pay extra for no commercials.
right. And it's like it's such a bummer because what streaming did or should have done, could have done, it's like television has been, movies too, but television even more, is strangled by the format. Like, look, this is gonna be, you're in a half hour. It's 22 minutes plus commercials. We need you to be building to these 3 act breaks. We need you to be building to commercial breaks. Like all of that needs to be in the script. It needs to be, and when you take that away and put it streaming, it could be any length you wanted it to be. However long this show, however long it tells you to take this story, that's how long this episode is. And we don't need to be building towards commercials. And we don't have to build toward act breaks. We can just, it's bigger. You don't have to color inside the lines anymore. Like it's bigger. You can make it anything you want. And instead what they did was make it back to TV. You know, and it's like, and now they're going backwards, and it's like, we should do commercials. We should do like back to 22 minutes, and it's like, God damn. Like,
Well, on that note, we'll be right back. With a word from our sponsor, Firme Mezcal, the only mezcal to take a break for.
the official mezcal of the West Coast Pop Lock podcast here.
Orale.
That's the only commercial you should take.
Yeah, we'll do that one for sure.
But again, though, paying that much, because even the Zone.
Now send us $2, even though you had to watch a commercial.
No, the Zone was fucking $100.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking $200.
Sure.
And now there's more commercials. And like when you pay for that kind of shit, like I like to watch a boxing match, and I want to hear if they're making adjustments.
Sure.
I want to hear if that guy's fucking gonna do something, like, oh, like, do this, do that, and you're like, fuck yeah, he's telling them right, or not. Maybe the guy doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
I want to hear what's going on in the corner.
The only guys that do it right now, I mean, who knows, is the UFC, because you can do ESPN Plus, you can watch the UFCs when they have them on ESPN Plus only. There's no commercial.
Yeah.
When they have them, and there might be a break, but that's only in between the fights.
Yeah.
In between the fights, not during the fight. And unless they have them on ESPN Plus and ESPN, then you do get commercials because you can watch it on ESPN.
But it's wild that you have to pay for ESPN Plus and then pay for the pay-per-views. Like, it's like,
that's crazy too, because I remember WWE, you would pay for their service and get all the pay-per-views.
Yeah. Even now on Peacock.
Still like that.
Even now on Peacock.
Oh, it's still like that?
Well,
Even better.
But the system's better on Peacock, but it's not as easy to find all the other stuff, because I like the WWE Network was fucking badass, and it was easy to find stuff, and it was no problem. Now to find like specific matches and like look for YouTube is way better. Like, it's rough to like try to find stuff on the not on the network, on Peacock, but it is like $7 a month or whatever, and you get all the pay-per-views are included. Like, I think about canceling Peacock all the time, but then I'm like, it's fucking,
Can you do a year? I like paying the year.
Yeah, you can't pay a year.
Dude,
I've been watching.
It's only $5 though.
I've been watching.
He got the one without commercials.
No, the one without commercials is free, and they bump it up. It's for $5 or something.
I've been watching Yellowstone on there. Is what I've been watching. You guys see that show?
Yeah, I've seen Yellowstone. Yeah,
Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. You watched it the whole thing? Or you just
I
have
watched
seen it?
already the first 3 seasons.
I'm like, yeah.
Is it back?
I'm on the 5th season right now, the one that just started. But I tried, because I watched the prequels to it, the 1883 and 1920 or whatever the fuck it's called.
I want to watch those.
The prequels are great. And I tried to
Westerns.
watch Yellowstone, but it didn't. The first one just didn't catch me. Like, I was like, I'm out,
I think the first 2 seasons are the best.
But I mean, just whatever. The first episode just didn't get me for whatever reason. But now I'm watching it. But it's because the problem is that the worst things just keep happening over and over again. Like, that's the show. It's just the very worst thing that could possibly happen is going to happen every episode.
So you're caught up to now.
Yeah, but in the prequels, the first the person that the prequel is about, Susan Dutton, she even says, she's like, my family's cursed. So she says it at the very, so you can't be mad that bad things keep happening when this girl says at the beginning, my family's cursed. Like, bad shit happens to us all the time. So I try to be as forgiving as possible because they say it, like.
For me, what really got me was the season where they end up getting like shot down by whoever the fuck comes out with the AK. It's like, come on, dude.
My favorite character, I assume this is everybody's favorite character. I have no idea. Beth Dutton, the daughter, like,
her man and her.
Yeah, and she's a fucking just a full blown gangster. She's a fucking. And then, spoiler alert, if you have when she gets blown up in her office and the whole thing, like, she's dead. I even said as I'm watching it, when they showed the explosion, I was like, if she lives, I'm done with this show. If she lives, I'm done. Because no one's living. And then she was like, oh, my back's burned. But other than that, I'm okay. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to keep watching, but I'm angry right now. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm going to keep watching, but I'm pissed. This is fucking ridiculous.
That spoiler alert was brought to you by Firme
Mezcal. We're bringing all the spoilers. When you want to get drunk and tell your friends what happens on a TV show, Firme Mezcal is best.
There you go. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what happens with those shows, man. Even like Ozark. At first it was cool. He was hiding money and shit. Then he kills the fucking main dude, and no one came to fucking get you.
Well, I mean, that's like Breaking Bad ends.
Breaking Bad too.
The Breaking Bad's the worst, but like the thing that sets me off about Breaking Bad is when he blows up Tuco. Well, they're in the thing and so even if he survives that, even if like get that, and then they tried to fix that in Better Call Saul. Saul Goodman was like, I protected him from the beginning. Like, he would have been dead within that. And so they try to, like, retroactively say this is why he wasn't killed the whole time. Because the whole time I was watching Breaking Bad, I was like, this is nonsense. Like, how come this fool's not dead? Like, get the fuck out
Well,
of here.
I can believe why he's not dead in the sense where because he's making the best shit around and no one else can make it like him. Like, fuck, cool, whatever. But, like, just how he became, like, this fucking just almost like he's a cartel fucking oh, come on, bro. Yeah, that shit got out of hand too. Even at the end when he creates that fucking gun.
Yeah, that is stupid.
The end was whack.
But it was also one of the best parts, one of the best scenes. It's not even a scene, but best ideas in any TV show ever is when Let's Quit This is Sinaloa. Is that who does it? When they do the fucking Heisenberg song?
No, don't give me that.
That shit. When they just open the show and it's them doing a fucking song. Oh, Corrido song about him. That shit was badass. And I was back in. I was like, oh, I'm back in. Like,
well, that's the thing, though, bro. Like, again, the first 2-3 seasons, and I don't know if they change writers. I don't know if the writers don't give a fuck no more or the ideas just go.
You have to escalate. It has to, like, when the coolest thing. This is another thing about the streaming thing. You could come and be like, look, I have this idea. It's 2 seasons. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it's going to be. We could do this and that. And if we follow this vision that I have, it's going to be dope and blah, blah, blah. As opposed to you start a TV show and your idea is, let's keep this going as long as possible. Let's squeeze as much fucking money as we can get at. And then you don't get to the ending. Even if you had an idea of how it ends at the beginning, but by the time you get there, it's like, God damn, we're so far away from that because we have to do that. And then that actor's fucking contract was up. We had to do, and then like by the time, because like Lost was another example. Supposed to be so different, but shit, people got busted for DUIs in fucking Hawaii. Then other people's contracts didn't come through. And then you got to make moves, and then you paint yourself
Walking
in the corners.
Dead.
Right. The Walking Dead's another. Dude, if it would have ended, because even, what's that dude's name? What's the dude's in the leather jacket's name? Did you watch The Walking Dead?
Yeah. Fucking.
Not Deegan. That's not his name.
Negan.
Negan.
Yeah.
When he killed Glenn. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert brought to you by Firme Mezcal. When you want to get drunk and tell your friends about what happened on a show that came out 10 years ago, Firme Mezcal. Negan was dope, but if it would have ended when he killed Glenn, like that would have been the best ending to the show. It's like, no, it's over. This fool's just, he takes over. This is the end of the show, but it just started. And then they like capture him and then make friends with him and all this shit. It's like, this is.
And then the offshoots of it.
What? I'm kind of into that because it's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this, that we know of. Like this shit is happening. So you could just pick up and go wherever you want to, and it's going to be a completely different story about who survives and how they survive and all that shit. Because I feel like I should have been on Fear the Walking Dead. So I was like, if anybody's going to survive here, it's going to be me.
Gotta have enough Firme Mezcal with you.
Hey, if you want to get drunk and survive the zombie apocalypse, get yourself some Firme Mezcal. I hope they approve all of all the uses that I've come up with.
They're all going to be denied, Johnny.
They're like, nope, that's not what you use this for at all.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Not in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, if the zombie apocalypse comes, don't drink responsibly.
Has there ever been a sequel, prequel that has been like, fuck yeah?
A sequel? The second Ace Ventura is the best, is way better than the first one.
Okay.
I didn't know the Wachutus were biters. When Ace Ventura goes to Africa, are you fucking kidding me?
I can't remember.
The sacred bat gets stolen.
I seen it. I know. I watched it.
Get out of here. It's
I
way
just don't
better.
remember.
How about, I'll say one, Young Guns 2 was dope.
The Empire Strikes Back was better than Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
Going back to the movies, that Ezra Miller and that Flash.
Yeah.
Can it be that a lot of people didn't go watch it either because that dude's fucking crazy?
I don't think so. I don't like.
Have you heard of that actor Ezra Miller and
So
what
the
the fuck's
dude who's
going
the
on?
Flash, he was like kidnapped some 15-year-old girl and was like doing like cult stuff and all
Grooming.
like wild shit. But they stood behind him while all this shit was going on because they had already invested too much money in this movie. And when I saw with Danica, when I saw the movie, I was like, I get it. That like some executive watched this movie and was like, I don't give a fuck what he did. This movie's coming out. Like we're like, get out of here. Like no way. And so I mean, I get it. And it's like,
Did he get busted?
he got in trouble, like, because he was going crazy. He was like on drugs and like there was all kinds of wild shit that was going on. But I don't know what his court
Outcome
situation
was.
is.
Two charges so far. I think one was like assault, and the other one was like something else, but nothing with the kidnapping yet.
But they tried to get on him, and
Supposedly,
Sony was like, build a wall around him. Like this fool's not fucking this up.
supposedly they can't find him or that girl.
Now they still can't find him?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
They're gonna find him in Mexico in a fucking hotel room.
Yeah.
Dead.
I mean,
Well, at least he won't be the Flash no more.
yeah.
No, but he did a good job.
Well, he wouldn't have been the Flash anyways. How the fucking all those movies go. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
somebody
It would have been
next
some
to
new
that.
guy
Yeah, yeah.
or some
And, like-
Mexican. Imagine if, you know how people always like, oh, why is he a black Flash? Imagine if we had like a Mexican Flash, like Gilbert Holmes or something.
I mean, we're
I'm
getting.
gonna get over there. I'm gonna get over there really quick.
we're
gang.
getting
Like
one.
Speedy Gonzalez?
Yeah. I can't wait till that starts happening.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna happen. There's
No, yeah,
there's
definitely,
a Warner
always.
Brothers movie, Beetle. Fuck, it's the.
Is it
Jesus Christ.
Slowpoke Ramirez? Is he coming out in his own
No,
movie?
I forget, but there's a Beetle. George Lopez is actually in it too. Yeah,
George Lopez was not in the Beatles.
not the Beatles, but the new fucking Beetle movie that's coming out for WB.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a comic book superhero.
beetle.
Yeah, I forget. I
He's
need
a
to look it
su-
up.
Oh, you
A roach. They're giving Mexicans a roach. That's what you're
Jesus
telling
Christ,
me?
bro.
There's a cockroach superhero.
Why do you always take the
There's a
Come
cockroach
on.
superhero and it's a Mexican. That's what you're telling me?
Yes.
man,
It's
Mario?
exactly-
How can you do that to us, bro?
The Blue Beetle? Blue Beetle, maybe.
Mario spread.
No, I think I seen something
Nonsense.
like that too.
Propaganda.
Hold on. Yeah,
And
yeah.
George Lopez is gonna play a police officer, right?
No, he's like part of the family of the dude. Yeah, it's called the Blue Beetle. It's coming out. This there you go.
Oh, it's the kid from fucking Cobra Kai. Well, how do you say that?
Oh yeah.
How do you pronounce XOLO?
I don't even know.
I heard it. I watched the Karate Kid thing and they said it, but I wasn't listening.
So yeah, that's gonna be all Hispanic-based characters with George Lopez.
Good
being,
for
I guess.
Miguel from fucking the Karate Kid
Hell
from
yeah.
Cobra Kai, even though he's a terrible actor. He's not that bad. He was bad the first season. He's all right.
He get better. Well, George
he's a
Lopez
kid.
ain't any better.
He's a kid, man.
But
Jamie Reyes suddenly finds himself in possession of an ancient relic of an alien biotechnology called the Scarab. When the Scarab chooses Jamie to be its symbiotic host, he's bestowed with an incredible suit of armor that's capable of extraordinary and unpredictable powers,
Shazam?
forever changing his destiny as he becomes the superhero Blue Beetle.
Come on, bro. Like, hey, good that they're making something for Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Good.
What about that? Remember the one where it was the guy, the Day of the Dead guy on the motorcycle? What about that one? Remember that?
Dave's the dead guy on the motorcycle.
Oh, come on.
That's how good it was.
Coco?
No. Yeah, that's what I was describing. Fucking Coco. Mexican movie.
You guys didn't go see the Flaming Hots movie?
What did you just
I-
say? Oh, it's
It's not even in
It's
the
streaming,
movies.
right?
Yeah, it's streaming.
It's not real.
Yeah, they didn't make it to the theater. They didn't make the budget. Did you watch it yet? Any
No,
good?
I haven't. I was gonna watch it.
I
I support this stuff, bro. Like, don't get me even this Beetle one. Like, it's cool, but it's like, I mean, I know for a fact there's people out there that are writing way better stuff.
El Chicano is what the movie that I was talking about.
Oh, I think I remember that.
don't remember that.
We talked about it in here before.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's people out there that have written way better shit, and it's
Of
just
course. Well,
the fuck are
one,
we
either
doing?
they don't have the connections, or look, no one wants to make like a movie that doesn't have the potential for you to make 5 movies and for them to be, like that's not. He's becoming the Blue Beetle.
The thing is, they give it all away already.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's more stuff in there.
So I don't know. Blue Beetle.
And why does the Mexican's house always look like that?
Because that's how Mexicans live, man. There's like 50 of them in a 1-bedroom.
Nah, bro. Like,
Oh, did you hear about that one Disney cartoon that did get pushed back? Something they call Primos, and it's this.
That means cousins.
Right.
Yes.
So
You guys know that? Cousins.
this writer wrote this story of her growing up and having family live with her. I guess 1,000 fucking cousins. There's like, I don't know, 30 of them in the room or some shit. Something ridiculous, like a good amount. And they aired the commercial for it, and people fucking started complaining, like, "Oh, you're like stealing.
You're being racist against
Yeah,
Mexicans?"
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, what the fuck, dude? That's what I
Like,
grew
no,
up
this is
with.
my story. Like, I'm
Yeah.
telling you my story.
well, the problem was that the white people were complaining.
Sure, they get embarrassed.
being
They like
racist?
sit there like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm embarrassed right now. Did you see
I'm
that?
embarrassed for you guys. Let me
gotta-
speak up for you.
We gotta get him in trouble.
Yo, bro, I grew up in a 2-bedroom house, 1 restroom, 3 sisters, and myself.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't 15.
Did you
20
guys go
people.
1 and 3, or are you 2 and 2 in the bedrooms?
Oh, it's them 3 and me in the living room.
Oh shit! So they were splitting the rooms, and you were in the living room.
Yeah, 3 girls.
Yeah.
3 girls can do the room. I got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we were little, of course, we all shared the room because we're all little kids. And then when they got older, they need their space, they need the mirror, they need this, and it's like, holy shit. Talk about like closet space, forget it. You know what I mean? And then 1 restroom, dude.
Sure.
My dad's a construction worker. He comes home, he's in that restroom for an hour.
My youngest sister, who just had a baby, 17 years younger than me, she would. I don't even ask me why I was still living at the house to know all these things when she was growing. But she would go in there and take a bath, and we only had 1.5 bathrooms. So toilet and a sink and another. That was it in 1 bathroom, and then the full bathroom. And she would be in there taking a bath for like an hour and a half, just like in there. I'm like, yo, we need the bath. I'm in here. It's like. And we, especially me being the oldest, I never got to act like it was just me. Or like treat the world like, well, I just got to worry about me. Like, no, there's everybody else to worry about too.
Yeah.
And this, I was like, she 100% thought it was just her in the world. And she didn't have to like I wish because now I do. Now I do have that. Where you just get to not be concerned about anybody else. Like, I'm concerned about me. That's it. And like that's why I don't have any pets. That's why I don't have any kids. Because finally I get to like only worry about me.
And you're right. I don't have any pets because they're a big responsibility.
Big responsibility, man. I'm tired of responsibility.
Yeah. Not that I don't want it, but I know that I'm not going to be the best pet parent overall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna treat them good. I talk about dogs. I love dogs. But am I gonna take them every day walking? Am I gonna, you know what I'm saying? All those things. Take them to the doctors. Do this. That. No. So I'm not even gonna put myself
in my mind. I already have names for because I want 2 dogs, and this is what I would say. Hey, oh, these are your dogs? Yeah. I said that's the dog face gremlin, and that's Big Papa Pump, but you can call them Rick and Scott. You know what I mean? That's what I tell them. I said,
because you love dogs.
That's Greg the Hammer Valentine, and that's Brutus Beefcake. Like they're, all tag teams. It would be all. It would be all fucking tag. That's Hawk. That's Animal. You know what I mean?
Killer Bees.
That's B. Brian Blair. That's Jumpy Jim Brunzell.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if that's a love for animals, other than like he just wants 2 of them, so he can just name them like tag team fucking partners.
Axe and Smash. That's
that's
fucking Axe and Smash.
Or the Road Warriors.
That Hawk and Animal. That's Hawk. That's Animal, man. You call them Road Warriors. Or the 2 names that I really want are Bruiser Brody and Ox Baker. Like that, who were never a tag team, but that's like 2 of my favorite names.
How about fucking Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy Smith?
Oh shit!
And you can call them the British Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's Dynamite. That's Dave.
Damn, bro.
Get that.
But I really want to say that that's a dog face gremlin, and that's Big Papa Pump. But you can call them Rick and Scott.
Well, these are the four horsemen.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like a bulldog.
That's Rick. That's Arn. That's Tully. That's Barry Windham. Tell him what's up.
And who's a Chihuahua? That's Ric Flair.
JJ Dillon right there. Right? Don't worry about it.
It's a lot of dogs. A lot of dogs.
Yeah, I would like to give them all. I had a dream one night that I had a cat. I've never had a cat before, and I had a dream I had a cat, and they asked me what his name is, and I said, that's the Heartbreak Kid. I said, your cat's name is the Heartbreak Kid. I go, well, that's his nickname. Like his real name, Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania, the main event. But you could call him the fucking heart. You call him HBK.
Mr. WrestleMania. Actually, look, this is the fucking song that everyone.
Oh, here it goes, Primos.
Yeah, Primo.
That's gonna be a cartoon.
Yeah, Disney. What do you think so far? You think this is fucking racist?
No, I was thinking how fun it would be because we were
to have your
talking
primos over
that, and we were talking about and just that. I don't think it's I don't think it's culturally. I think it's way more family, individual families where cousins are a big deal or not a big deal. You know, some people's like, yeah, that's my cousin. Like my cousins, like, yeah, my cousins, like, you know, they're like, but my sister's kids and my brother, like cousins are like. Those fools are on top of each other. Like this is like way more like brothers and sisters than they are anything else. And we were watching wrestling before we started. And right now, the biggest storyline in wrestling is the Bloodline storyline, which is Roman Reigns and his cousins. It's like his three cousins who are twin brothers, and then the younger brother, and it's like they're on like these kids all grew up together. And now they're the biggest. It's their brothers and their cousin, and cousins and brothers, all in the biggest storyline in wrestling. It's like, God, that must be so cool. Like it's like all the dudes you grew up with, making your dreams come true.
And everyone's succeeding.
Right.
It's not like you became a basketball player and now you're like, oh, hiring so and so. No, you all are superstars.
Or you find out like brothers that are in the NFL, and one of them's like a starter, and the other one's like, you know, so one dude's a superstar that goes on special teams. And it's like, oh, it's a bummer.
But I mean, to make it a special teams, though, I mean, like that, fuck.
Look, that's in that situation. You can't compare yourself to the other dudes in the NFL. You have to compare yourself to the million other people that are trying to get where you are. You know, like there's two ways to look at it. If you're on special teams, I'm sure there's plenty of people that could be so filled with joy that instead compare themselves to the other dudes on their team instead of going, fuck you, man, I'm in the NFL. Like, you know, like
I think there was a story that just came out. Greg Hardy, I think that's his name. I can't be sure. And he was a UFC fighter, but he used to be an NFL player. Yeah. And now he works at Walmart. Yeah. Like, fuck. Yeah. So that's the two spectrums of that world, bro.
Well, especially when you give everything to something, like you give like you put all your eggs in that basket. That's what he did, and he made it, you know. And then
he lived with his primos in the house.
He beat up his chick, and you know they kicked him out of the NFL. And then, you know,
well, he was like primo, and all his primos were in the pad, and then he goes and gets, like you said, goes to the NFL, and I think it's still the mentality that they have that they go in with, you know, or the hood stuff. Because even like that basketball player, that young cat that's flashing the gun all the time. Yeah, and, you know, it's like they. As an owner of a team, I think you should have more responsibility. And I know it's not their responsibility to teach you, but you have to know where these guys are coming from and who's around them and who's pulling at them. You know what I'm saying? Not only family, friends, people that are only interested in themselves. And I'm not saying to protect them, but like to educate them and be like, guys.
They try. And when it's young dudes. Young dudes with money.
Millions.
Do you know what I mean? Like handing. It's like like Justin Bieber's the perfect example. If you would have given me at that age what he had at his age, there would have been news stories about me every day. every day about bad things that I've been doing. You know what I mean? And he carried himself relatively well for a young dude with $1 billion and every girl on earth throwing themselves at him. Like he did great and like good for him, but that's the exception.
Yeah.
Like that's not what you can expect from everybody. Like this will, so as much as it's like, oh, you dumb fucks to all these young athletes out there doing dumb shit, or not even just athletes, anybody, entertainers, like all that stuff, you young dumb fucks. It's like, yeah, they're young. Like you're asking of them the one thing that they can't have, which is age and experience, and being able to look back and go, oh yeah, that's pretty dumb. Like, well, you couldn't tell me I was doing dumb stuff when I was young, even though I was doing dumb stuff.
You were doing dumb stuff with $20 in your pocket.
With no money, and I'm doing dumb stuff. Let alone if I'm fucking like rich and have access to all kinds of ridiculous shit. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And people that are willing to do dumb shit with you.
And want you to. And want to have fun with you, and then two, the people that want to get you in trouble. And it's like, there's hoping for your downfall. And they're like, I could be there, I'm not going to get in trouble. This fool's going to lose his fucking job. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
Like,
fuck
all
him.
that.
He made it.
Right. You're surrounded by danger.
Yeah.
At all times. But these fools are young and invincible. Like especially something like that. Oh, you're going to be in the, like things that people said I'm sure at some point were told it was impossible. I'm going to be in the NBA. No, you're not. Fuck all this shit. I'm going to do this. It's like, no, you're not. So you can't tell this fool shit. Like because everybody was telling him no, and he was like, but I did yeses. Like you kept telling me no, and it turned out to be yeses over and over again.
And where are you at?
Right, where are you at? Now I'm supposed to listen to you now? Like, you don't know shit.
Yeah.
You ain't me.
Fuck.
Shit, we got D Rotten up in the chat. You fools live on Mondays.
Whatever day I want.
I see the takeover NWO style. When we were young and dumb, TMZ.
Are we TMZ right now?
No, TMZ. I think the only difference is people still doing dumb shit. People always done dumb shit, but now it's just more accessible and you can get caught way easier.
Sure, it's way easier.
Way easier. It was way funner way earlier because what the fuck? How are we gonna get caught? They're disposable.
Magic Johnson got AIDS. You know what I mean? No one knew. He was out there.
And the only reason he had to say anything was because no one knew what the fuck what it was.
He was out there doing dirt.
Yeah.
All these fools are out there doing dirt, man.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, bro.
D says that dumb shit is cool now.
That's true.
I mean, hasn't it always been cool?
Dumb shit's always been pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Let's watch the rest of this Primos thing.
We let people hanging.
Yeah.
You let me hanging.
I'm interested to see the end of this.
Of Primos on Disney, and who knows if this shit's actually gonna make the to see the daylight.
Like, it's racist if you assume they just made up all those names and made up a situation where cousins all live together and stuff, then yeah, it's racist. But those are just kids' names and they all live together, so it's not.
And once again, she's writing from her experience.
Right. This is my life story.
Right.
But here's another thing, too. I know what racism is, and so do you. But Pancho Juan, those are fucking real names.
These are names.
Yeah. And those are names that I have cousins that
have
those names.
These are real names.
Why is that racist?
Right. Or if their names fucking,
dude,
they're like Chancho and fucking, it's all the shit. It's like, yeah, these fools are like,
I've had white old men or black guys or even Mexican, whatever. Hey, Pancho, fuck, whatever, dog. Really? Like, if that's as racist as you're gonna get, cool.
Yeah.
If that's the only name you know, because like I forgot where the fuck I was. Just recently too. Someone was like, I was like, oh, it's Jesus, and he's like, oh fuck, aren't all you guys named Jesus? but it didn't. He wasn't being racist. He was just, and that's another thing too, man. Like, I mean, and this is something that I learned at K-Rock, and we got away with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Because no one was offended. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't offended that Kevin would talk shit or Bean would talk shit because I would talk shit too. So there was it's like we're good friends. We're drinking brews. Well, not even brews. We're drinking Firme Mezcal, hanging out.
When you want to talk shit with your friends and make fun of each other all night long, Firme Mezcal.
Hey, you get the carne asada, and we're out there, we're capping on each other, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've had white guys, black guys, Mexican guys talking shit. And
Never know Asians though. Fuck them. No, I'm just-
I mean, just there weren't too many Asians where I live,
I'm
but
just kidding.
it's just one of those things, man. Like, yeah, like this little show right here. After watching that, I look at him and like, okay, wow, what's so racist about it? Nothing.
You know what?
Because there's families that do have that many people in there.
We go back to the beginning of our whole conversation today and talking about taking on fucking your problems that don't belong to you.
Oh, yeah.
And then all the dumb white people that want to be offended for all the
Right.
Mexicans who aren't offended.
Right. This is not your problem to be bummed out about.
Yeah.
Fucking white people.
And it's not, and I get it because they also get a lot of pressure from the outside, and people are like, oh, you need to be more offended on something you never did, and you have to fucking be on my team. So show me that you're offended. You know what I mean? And that's dumb.
Yes.
I don't need you to be offended from me.
No.
Because I'm not offended.
Right. You don't need to defend me.
No.
You need to be out here
Just
fighting
be
my-
you, bro.
Right.
And if you're one of the good guys or bad, well, I don't know, fucking good guys, bad guys, whatever, man. But if you're fucking someone that's down and we're homies, just be you, bro. That's why we're friends.
Like I said, I'm not gonna repeat what I said. Something mean on purpose. Like I was being mean and funny on purpose, for sure. Hanging out, and this girl comment who I kind of know. I don't really know her that well. She was like, "Do we think this is funny?" Like she was looking around for other people to be like offended with her. She was like, "We just think this is funny," and I go, "I think it's hilarious." And she was like, but she was like so like looking for someone to be offended with her, like wow, about shit I said. And it's like, man, get the fuck.
She wanted to spark the fire. She wanted
Yeah,
that shit to go
yeah.
fucking haywire.
And she, not that she, even if she would have been like, yo, that I can't believe you said that. That's completely different than looking around for someone to like join
Back
up
her
with.
up.
Like if you got a problem with what I say, have a problem with what I said and fucking speak up. Like don't look for your backup before you want to say. Check the water temperature to see if you're mad yet. Get the fuck out of here.
And if you do say it, and maybe I'll be like, oh fuck, I didn't see it that way. Cool, you know.
I knew it was
No,
bad,
no, but you know what I'm saying.
When I was saying, I was like, this. I sat in my mind. I was like, I'm gonna say it, and it was. I was like, I'm gonna say this.
But to me, yeah, dude. Like I saw this, and I can't wait for it to come out. It should come out. That'd be cool. Because some people, not only her, but there's other people that have lived that experience, dude.
And it makes it not any embarrassment you might feel about that or whatever. You have this, and now you don't have to. Like, look, man, it's cool.
Hey, look, bro. Growing up, I didn't have like a shit ton of money. You know what I'm saying? My dad, we were middle class, in the Mexican neighborhood. And I knew kids that, had to get free lunches, and they didn't want to be seen getting that free lunch. I knew kids that had hand-me-downs, guys I even had hand-me-downs, dude, of pants and shirts and shit, handed down from my uncles because I'm a big fucking kid. But you know what I'm saying? And when everyone, you always look back at that shit and you think to yourself, like, I was so embarrassed, bro, or I didn't want people to know I couldn't get the fucking cool shoes and shit. But when you see something like this, hopefully it reaches somebody that's in that predicament, and it makes it, maybe it changes your mood or your mind, even if it's just for the episode that you watched. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of kids out there that are living that even today, and that don't have a lot, and that don't have anything.
And they're watching all this shit for real. Like everyone has Disney now, and everyone's watching. So
Like,
why wouldn't you have this?
Or like watching, like the opposite. I'll watch YouTube videos with my nephew, and the people's houses, it's like unbelievable. The mansions that these fucking places, that these people, or even like kids are like, I'm at my mom and dad's house. And it's like, you guys live like in this is an estate. This isn't a home, So, I mean, it is good to see, it's not.
It's both sides of it,
Right,
like I've seen some of the YouTubers too that like, they don't live in California, of course, because it's fucking too expensive, but they live in other states and they have huge homes. This one cat bought those Nikes that were in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
The non-tieable ones.
Yeah.
Put them on and was doing like fucking construction, and it just destroyed the fucking shoes, just because he could for views. And then then he sold them and shit, and my godsons were like, oh what, But I don't know, man. It's just crazy, bro. Like you said, we see one aspect of it, and the majority, and sometimes that shit's fake. Having all that money, and half of those guys aren't real, but a lot of them are.
Do you guys watch reaction videos of people like listening to songs and stuff for the first time?
Yes.
So that's I love that. I really like doing that. But and so I always think because I was thinking that sometimes these fools show their houses and they're living like just in shitty ass apartments and they don't have like a good background. They just have their fucking crappy apartment in the background. It's like, good for you. But I always think that like I don't want to do videos like that of songs that I'm hearing for the first time. I want to do songs that I know that I think you should be hearing. That for whoever's watching this, well, I know you don't know this song. I would play a song that I really like and then pause it and talk about it in between. Like, God damn, did you fucking hear that? Let's listen to that again. Like, I don't want to hear it for the first time. I want to do reactions to songs that I've heard 1,000,000 times. Like, I know this song backwards and forwards.
I saw this one with these two black ladies and there was a Chris Stapleton. I think it was Tennessee Whiskey. The song.
Yeah.
And they were like, woo. They were like into it, and to see someone react that way and be like, "Oh, this guy can sing."
Yeah,
it's awesome. You know, it's cool. It's good to see that you know what I mean, and then they enjoy it and shit. And my favorite ones are the ones where you have like different cultures eating different shit. So like, you know, I don't know, whatever. Some Indians from India eating Mexican food for the first time, and they're eating and like, what the fuck is this? You know, and they don't say what the fuck, but they're like, oh my god, what's this? Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
They give us stuff that we think is delicious. I go, here's candy. These fools are like, God damn, who would eat this? You know, that's the best.
Well, half that shit's illegal.
Yeah,
in other countries.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's the crazy shit.
A lot
with good reason.
Yeah, most of
most
of the food that we have here cannot be sold other places. How fucking insane is that?
We're killing ourselves every day.
They're like, yo, you guys have that? We would never let people buy that. They're freedom.
Yeah, dude, but because I know that they're trying to make like Skittles and all kinds of candies illegal. Because of the color dyes they have in them.
As they should.
Gatorade, you can't drink it anywhere. You can't drink it in other countries. You can drink it here, though. Because they took the one thing that was the main cause for it being banned, but they still have yellow, number, whatever, and red, whatever. And those are the two main causes for anything yellow or red in dye, in food dyes, is huge for cancer.
Jeez.
Allegedly.
Even on the Skittles?
Especially the Skittles. Did you know that the thing that makes Skittles sour, the things that make Skittles sour, also your fingernails fall out.
Ew. Did you know?
I'm just making that up, Skittles. Do not contact me, Skittles. This is a joke.
This is one that I saw. Skittles are all the same flavor. They just every color has a different scent. So that makes you.
I wouldn't not believe that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
So all the Skittles are the same. The different colors get a different smell. So the lemon ones, they get put in the lemon and then the whatever. But they do not. It's the scent. It's not the taste.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I just seen that one. And that's why they should be illegal.
Yeah.
If I'm eating watermelon Skittles, they better taste like.
There's no watermelon Skittles, are there? Oh, no. That must be in like the fancy flavors.
Yeah.
I only get
the fancy pack.
I only get the real Skittles.
You know what? You know when it got super fancy when you can order like your M&Ms and all these candies with like your picture on it, or your name.
Oh, with your name.
Sure,
yeah.
only the one. I only want orange Starburst.
Yeah.
And they just send you. Oh, it's like
And they would be like, for your birthday party, you'd have all the orange ones and they have your name on it and shit. It's like, fuck you. Yeah. Fuck your Skittles.
It is. I mean, it's pretty wild that you can print your picture or like get a cake and it's just a picture of you. Like if you went back to 1993 and you showed up at a birthday party and it's like, yo, this cake's got a printed picture of me on it. People would lose that. They wouldn't even know. Yeah. How did you do that? Like I don't understand.
They wouldn't even eat it. They frame it.
Yeah, I can't eat that.
That shit would be framed.
I'm not gonna eat these. I'm not gonna eat these picture chemicals. I know it's full of chemicals.
Yeah. Back then, they would fight for like the flowers or the big strawberry, the candy strawberry. Like, I want that. It's my birthday.
Look,
fuck you.
No one tell me we're not like in the future when you could print pictures on a cake
and eat it.
You know what I mean? It's delicious.
Yeah, and then you have the cupcakes.
It's not toxic
with
or anything.
Yeah, right. But yeah, you can do that now. Back then, it was just like, oh, what flavor's the cake? And it was always a shitty cake from your local fucking Albertsons or Stater Brothers or whatever the fuck it was.
Give me an ice cream cake from Carvel.
Damn. Or 31 Flavors are famous for their ice cream cakes.
I was about to say, where's Clarvel?
I don't know. You get it at the grocery store.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It's just that's the brand.
Got it.
Even though Carvel used to be a place, it might still be, but there used to be a bunch of them.
Well, now the fucking cool thing is to make your own ice cream cakes. That's the thing.
Nobody
What?
got time for that.
Yeah.
I'm not making nothing.
So you make your own ice cream.
I don't want to
cakes.
make it. I don't want to decorate it. I don't want to do none of that stuff.
Just wanna eat
That's
it.
what the youngers are doing, bro.
What?
They're making their own, bro. You see it all the time, like on
Really?
Whatever social media you're on. Oh, let's make our ice cream cake.
Yeah.
Half the youngins don't even want to drive, but they're over here making their own ice cream cake, which has like way more effort.
Yeah.
Well, it depends
Jesus.
on the effort that they want to put in. You know what I mean? It's eating. That's what it's all about. It's effort.
If you want to make some effort with your friends, get Pierre Mezcal. You get drunk with little to no effort. Drink it out of the right glasses, sip it, get that smoky flavor, straight out of Oaxaca.
Straight out.
I'm getting good at fucking commercials, man.
Yeah. Well, when it's good, man, you know what I'm saying? It leads the way.
That's right.
It leads the way. So that's it for this week. It is a Monday, and it is the West Coast
that's 9 on the
Pop
dot. Look at us, it just fucking
Podcast.
all came to a conclusion right at 9 o'clock.
It
Right
does.
at
It
the
always
end.
does. Make sure to watch your Mexican and
Oh, how about
inspired
this? I should have
cartoons.
talked about it before. June 30th, Friday, 10 o'clock, Third Wheel in Hollywood. I Like a Real Show. So I'm
Ooh.
trying to get, so for this show, we're trying to get, I want to get clips, and I'd like to get like a good 10-minute set on video. So
You're doing a special?
no, no, so I can like, because when you try to get on people's shows, the first thing they're gonna say is send me a set, send me
Yeah.
clips, like send me this. So now I'm trying to get a new like good 10 minutes plus that I could slice into. So
When is that?
Third Wheel Hollywood, Friday the 30th. Come on out. As soon as I get the flyer and all that stuff, I'll post it. But
Okay.
so that is coming up. Not next week. What is that? Not this week, the week after. Yeah, so I'll talk about it again next week. At the beginning. We'll talk about it at the beginning of the show.
And next week, I'm pretty sure we have the owners of Firme Mezcal in the
You
studio.
mean Firme Mezcal, my favorite Mezcal?
Yeah.
Official Mezcal of the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast?
And the only mezcal that Johnny drinks before
That's
every
right.
set.
That's right.
That's why the bottle's almost gone, because he takes a little bit,
Take a look.
takes it home, and drinks some. I will say this, though, that I do have a backup bottle at home.
Well, let's bring that bitch in here, man.
Yeah. We're getting close, so I'll bring that back up. Or the owner can bring one or three. You know?
Hopefully some stickers so I can put it on.
Yeah, maybe some stickers, a nice cool hat that Oscar always wears.
I just want to stick stuff. I just want
Or
to
if
put
I get a
stickers.
nice shirt,
Yeah.
you know, that Oscar always wears. I see all the other podcasts wearing their fucking cool ass fucking Firme Mezcal shit, and no one pushes fucking Firme Mezcal like the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. We don't see those guys drinking it.
If you want to be angry with your friends and scream on your podcast, there's nothing better for that than Firme Mezcal. Get that smoky flavor. Scream your head off.
Johnny gets loud every Tuesday night.
You know what? All my screaming and yelling is powered purely by Firme Mezcal, the official mezcal of the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. Not even just the official mezcal, the official alcohol. You know what I mean?
The official mezcal. It should be everybody's official
That's
mezcal.
right.
And it's good. Like I said, we've gone through that bottle pretty hard. So hopefully next week we just finish it off.
I can't wait to learn more. And we can hear about
The
these
proper way.
Right, we hear
Yeah.
about these glasses and all the rest of that stuff. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, where it comes from. And are you allowed to mix it with other stuff? Is it just, you know what I'm saying? Like the etiquette, the proper etiquette.
Yeah, we're gonna learn all kinds of stuff.
So make sure to tune in next Tuesday. It's the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast.
Goodbye.
The number one live show in the world, West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. Coming to you from Pig Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop love!